Hello guys, IrishVal here. Today we're going to have a look at Skyrim or whatever way you want to say it. The Elder Scrolls 5 is probably the easiest way to say it. It's an RPG being developed by Bethesda, or I don't know, how do you say that? Bethesda, an equally difficult name to pronounce. Um, it's the fifth installment from the Elder Scrolls. But it's not directly a sequel to um, Oblivion. It's actually set 200 years in the future in the province of, well, you guessed it, Skyrim or Skyrim. Again, I'm not too sure how to pronounce it. Um, Now, this looks like a really interesting game. Um, the guy at E3, I'm not sure if I presume he's kind of the top dog of development or whatever, but he actually said that they stopped counting. Not that there was so many hours, but they stopped counting after 300 hours of gameplay. Now, this is a game I'd like to do, but if I keep only been able to upload at 15 minutes um, at a time, it's going to take me a while to get through the entire thing. You know what I mean? But, maybe my um, upload availability or whatever will increase. Now it's kind of a free open world again. Um, you can see by what I've done so far, it's kind of the thing I'm into, where you can just go around and do what you want and see what you want. Now there are skill trees and things like that. It's literally like an RPG. You know what I mean? Now normally, um, I'd keep my RPG gameplay to PC. But in this case, as you know, ha had you seen most of my previous videos, my PC is just, Minecraft is the best thing I can run on it at the moment, which is pretty bad. I'm working on getting a new one, but I'm interested in seeing this on the PS3 because what I really want to see is if these do it like Dragon Age. Now I know this might be a bit, some people say, okay, no, they didn't do it like that, or they didn't do it right, sorry, and yes, they did do it right. Now I'd be on the yes, they did do it right. Anyway, in Dragon Age 1, the origin, um, because I thought, okay, I don't, it doesn't make a difference whether I play this on PC or whether I play it on PS3 because both feel as good. Um, Another interesting thing about the game, just while I'm talking here, is the ability to dual wield any single wield item. So things like swords. If you pick up one sword, you can pick up another in the other hand and things like that. And there's a lot of magic to it as well, which is particularly good for me because normally in MMORPGs I pick the mage class because that's what I'm good at. I'm good at hitting people, running away, hitting them again, them running after me running away again, and hitting them, running and hitting them until eventually they go down. You know what I mean? That's just my style of gameplay. Um, Now there's finishing moves, all this, typical RPG stuff. Um, Now there's a lot of folklore behind this game, and I'm not sure if I'm not actually going to go into it in this because it'll give me a little something to talk about if I do eventually get to this game. But something that's very interesting, not so much about the folklore, but kind of um the monster or the mob in the game is, there's peaceful mobs, but if you attack those peaceful mobs, they become, aggro mobs. Um, so something we see in this is that the aggro mobs actually, there's like mammoths, and you hit them, and then their kind of shepherd or whatever you call it comes towards you as well, which is pretty cool. And the number one thing which is amazing about the game is there's fucking dragons. come on. What else do you want in a game? There's dragons, and you get to absorb their powers and go off and have a great time using their powers. You know what I mean? Um, so it's just an amazing game. There's just so much to it, and there's so much to explore. Now, I may be finding it difficult to find things to say in this commentary, but it's not because there's not. There's so much stuff that I could put in this commentary that it's just so overwhelming that I just can't find the right thing to say. Do you know what I mean? Um, Now this is due to be released on November 11, 2011. So 11/11/11. There's quite a few jokes going around, like on the trailer of the Skyrim video. It's like 70 whatever people dislike this video because they're girlfriends that know that their boyfriends won't be coming out after this comes out and stuff like that. I just find it funny because it's so true. Do you know what I mean? Once you get involved in this, it's so hard to kind of get out of it because you're thinking, okay, if I go around here, what's going to be there? Can I, up a skill or whatever? There's so much stuff to do and so much stuff packed into such a small game. That it's mind blowing. Um, it's a bit of a hack and slash as well, because you get to well, anything can be a hack and slash as long as you get to go around killing things. Um, but it's just an amazing thing. Um, Now the artificial intelligence inside the game as well is something I'd like to talk about. It's just amazing. It's used a system called Radiant AI, and you know, it's it's so complex. You know, they do what they want. Really, overall, like they do what they want, and they react to you. Do you know what I mean? Um, Not just the NPCs as in the ones you talk to in town, but the actual mobs NPCs, you know, they do what they want, they react to what you do and all that. So I'm pretty excited for this game. And again, if you haven't seen the last two videos I've done after E3, you should definitely check them out. What I'm doing is, checking out what I'm bringing to you the games I like on the PS3, and then all I want you to do is say thumbs up, yeah, I like this, or leave a comment below and say, yeah, this is pretty cool. I like this. I'd like to see you do this. Just so I know that you guys are into it because, there's no point in me taking up a game, buying it, and then, you guys not liking it because you won't watch it. um, that's basically the story there. So, you know, I just can't wait for this game. Really, I think it's going to be one of those games that it's not going to be just you know spending an hour a day on. Now an hour a day might sound long for a couple of people, but it's one of those games where you sit down at night and you're like, okay, I'll only play half an hour of this, right? And I'm going to bed. No, I'm going to bed. That's the end of the story. After half an hour of this, I'm going to bed. And then 3 hours later, you're still sitting there. Well, that's the way I see it anyway. Um, so it's pretty cool in that way. It just seems straight away like that type of game. Um, I'm not sure what else to say about it. It kind of speaks for itself. You see the scenery, you see the dragons, you see all this here. Um, so that's it really. The game completely speaks for itself, and it's just an epic game. I don't know. I can't really say much more about it. It like I kind of try to relate. I know this sounds bad, but now I compare everything to Minecraft. And Minecraft doesn't have the best graphics. I have no problem saying that because we all know that. But I kind of compare the actual functionality of the game in terms of what you can do, how open you are to do it. And in this game, each part of the map has its own climate with its own flora and fauna, which is pretty much like Minecraft. You know what I mean? Um, so I love that about it. That's pretty cool about it as well. Um, there's many different settlements, villages, big cities. I don't know. Um, there's no pause and zooming. With NPCs. When you talk to an NPC, you're talking to that NPC. Do you know what I mean? It's just so you get so involved with it, and that's what I really like. And that's what I look for a game. It's the same as Minecraft. You build your shit, and you're involved with it. You're there to protect it. You know, against creeper bombs and shit like that. But um, it's just an epic game, guys. I hope you love it, and I hope you want to see it so I get a chance to buy it and play it for you. Um, so I will see you later for more Minecraft. Bye, guys.